That's my wedge. No makeup, no rehearsals. I'm here at McDonald's chilling. Just got a pen and a paper. Just decided to start writing. Fiend of the microphone fiend. Pen and a paper, a stereo, a taper. Me and Eric being a nice big plate of fish, which is my favorite dish. But without the money, it's still a wish. All right. Um, I'm gonna just go through what I wrote here. A lot of different current fighters, different weight classes. Talk about different situations, how I feel about each one of them. Um, this is titled, Who Would You Wish to See Fighters? This is my wish list. First, we're going to start in the heavyweight division. Deontay Wilder, Joshua, and Tyson. You know, we all want them to fight each other. Wilder, probably the number one procrastinator, the wet dream. You know, I call him a welfare fighter. Some of these guys gonna reach my list of welfare fighters. Welfare fighter is a fighter who basically get all the money and they don't fight who we want them to fight. So they get paid for free. Don't mean they can't fight. They just don't fight who we want them to fight. Welfare fighters. They get in and get out without getting all wet, messing up. But anyway, we got Anthony Joshua. He needs to be tested bad, real bad. You know, he's We've been anticipating him to fight somebody who can show us his, his grit. We want to see him really, really fight. He fought the ex-champion, Kovalov. Not Kovalov. He fought one of the big brothers, big Russian-looking dudes. But excuse me for the inaccuracy. You know what I mean? I don't be knowing everybody's name. But, very famous fighters. Nevertheless, Wilder, Joshua fought, Wilder fought Tyson Fury. That's what I meant to add on. And that was, a wet dream fight. We wasn't fully satisfied. He got out, luckily. You know what I'm saying? He didn't perform the way that we wanted him to, or that way that we expect him, according to his mouth. But Tyson Fury, just made it through too. It was a tough judgment, but nevertheless, it didn't prove anything for Wilder. It didn't get him over that hump yet. He's still a welfare fighter. And then you got Joshua, who he need to be tested bad. We see a lot of faults in him, clearly, but he keeps winning against these guys that they handpick for him. And he does a good job. He entertains a lot of people, make a lot of money. So he's a welfare fighter too. Write that on your notes, all my welfare fighters, so you know. Tyson Fury, the best of the heavyweights, the more authentic, the one who can box the best. He's getting older. He needs to sit down. Time for him to sit down. And I pray for him. I hope that he stay healthy on his retirement. Because big guys, they lazy. And, they get real big. Get a lot of health issues. So Tyson, stay up, man. You gave us a lot, man. You proved that this young boy Wilder ain't all that he taught. Boxing, skills pay the bills. Skills expose a lot of people. So we respect you for that, Tyson. Crawford, he need to be tested bad. Terrence Crawford is another spectacular individual, but he does a lot of talking too and a lot of intimidation factor. Something like Wilder, but we need to see skills pay the bills. We need to see him fight somebody that some competition instead of all these skinny, tall guys and short, Alaskan-looking guys. We want to see him fight somebody who's going to satisfy our needs. Otherwise, he's going to stay in the welfare fighter bracket. Terrence Crawford is a welfare fighter. Spence. he need to be tested in certain areas. He served his purpose. He did a lot. He fought a lot, and he fought some people we like to see him fight. So he gave us. He's not a welfare fighter. Keith One Time Thurman. He's old. He's the most authentic. Middleweight, lightweight, around. Most authentic. He fought a little big. You know, he cut a lot of weight, I guess. He fought a lot of small guys, but he was definitely authentic. Potter, he just, you know, big ups for Potter. He just had a wonderful relationship with boxing and us fans and his father. We love y'all. Y'all did a great job of doing what you do, but you have no legacy in boxing, no real legacy. You know, I don't know, maybe you should have went to a lower weight class. For some people like, what's that guy name with the bald head? Spence boy, spar with Spence all the time. Little short guy. He'll never have a great legacy either because he's fighting over his weight class. You lose your dominance and legacy status. Tim something. But Tim should fight. They should come back, fight an old man war. Potter and Tim. I'd love to see that fight. All right. Triple G, sit down. Your old is over. You never really gave us what we want, but you did do what you had to do. You proved your point. Canelo, this man is a legend before he even retired. Unbelievable. And you know, he wouldn't have been a legend if he wouldn't have met Floyd. Because what he did when he lost to Floyd, a humiliating loss to Floyd, it showed us his true character. This Mexican is one of a kind. Toughest. Him and Chavez, J.C. Chavez. I gotta mention him as a Mexican character. But this guy beats Chavez because he's more nice. He more. He got a better attitude. But Canelo is the truth. Boxer, puncher, everything. He go different weight classes. He don't care who he fight, small or big. It's crushing. And you know, let's go. Canelo. Okay, we got Rigo. Rigo, the poor guy, was kicked out of boxing. Lomo truly embarrassed him. I don't know if it was his honor or what, but it really messed him up, man. Keep your head up, brother. Lomo, what can I say, man? The dude is awesome. He got a long way to go, though. It seemed like even though he's been around so long, he need to go ahead and hurry up and start fighting these guys we want him to fight so he can secure his legacy. But as far as right now, he's on a great path. He's the best of the best. I would like to see him fight Mikey Garcia. Mikey would be first on the list. Not because Mikey's so good. Mikey don't have a great legacy, but I would like to see him fight Lomo. That's just a fight I want to see. Pac-Man. I think that'd be a good test for Lomo too, because Pac-Man, I wouldn't want to see him fight somebody that could hurt him too bad, but Pac-Man still got enough to pound for pound go with Lomo. I would like to see that fight. Floyd, he's getting old, but believe it or not, man, just my fantasy fight, he's going on my fantasy list. I would like to see Floyd fight Triple G. I think Floyd can beat Triple G, especially at an older age, because Triple G is a little slower, not as ferocious. Floyd would have a chance to use his great defense to slow the fight down. There won't be no knockouts going on, but I think Floyd could win on points simply because Triple G is too old to knock Floyd out now like he could, so he couldn't penetrate Floyd's defense enough to really knock him out. So it'd be a good old man fight, you know what I mean? But that's the only thing I want to see Floyd come back for, something like that. I wouldn't want to see Floyd come back for one of these young, dumb jokers who ain't proved nothing yet. Floyd's legacy is already proven, authentic boxing. So you don't need to come down to this level of these young boys to try to prove nothing more. That'd be foolish. Triple G. getting slow. Sergio Kovalev. I think he was a fraud. I'm sorry, man. I hope I ain't offend nobody, but he wasn't tested, and for him to fight Ward, Ward wasn't even tested. And Ward didn't do nothing for nobody or nothing. I mean, Ward is just a fraud, and Kovalev. That whole group was a fraud. And I hate to say that about Ward, because Ward got a lot of love in the community. A lot of people love Ward. I respect Ward, good guy, never seen any disrespect. But his legacy is tainted because he didn't fight for us. He quit. You know, he got paid and he quit. So this part one of boxing's fighters we would love to see fight, and different categories of people. I'm gonna start putting people in. You know, we got different categories of jokers that we need to categorize. You know, dream matches. You know, frauds. You know, fights you want to see, dream matches, frauds. You know, sit downs. People who just need to sit down. Old man coming back fighting. You know, mismatches, senior matches. Need to be tested. You know, all those different categories, man. We're gonna talk more about it. Y'all hit me in the bottom. Tell me how y'all like this video. Tell me what I need to do to satisfy y'all so I can get my legacy on ahead. Peace.